guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Christina. In today's video, we are going to be going over my favorite downloads, the inserts I use the most, and how to insert them in your planner. These inserts are free. You can easily find them on passionplanner.com. And just as a warning, be sure before you print them to change the settings. So what size your planner is and what day your planner starts, because I've done that before. I didn't change the settings and I wasted paper. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get started. In no particular order, we are going to start off with the habit tracker. It's a really great tool for when you're trying to create a good habit or break a bad one. I've used it for reminding myself I need to floss, right? Flossing, watering my plants, how many times I worked out in 1 week. I don't usually use the entire thing because this is 12 rows of stuff. I mean, I can't even think of 12 different things that I need to do on a daily basis, but or at least like what I need to remind myself to do, right? I feel like it's just like a couple things I need to remind myself. What I'll do is I'll just write what I need, and then whatever I have left over, I just like trim it off and I use, whatever I have left for another day. There is a couple of ways to insert this in your planner. You cut right up to the insert and place it where you'd like. I like putting it in space of infinite possibility, or if I know I'm not going to use the to-do list section, I'll tape it there. Another option, you can cut along the dotted lines that Passion Planner has provided for us, and you'll notice there is a little bit more space above the tracker. So instead of taking up space, you can save space by creating a fold. You can use washi tape or regular tape to place on top of the fold, but if you don't want the tape to show, you can even cut small pieces of tape and place that underneath the fold. There you go. You still have the space to doodle, create a game changer, or whatever you'd like. Next, I have the notes page. Now, if you're familiar with Passion Planner, you already know that we have extra pages in the back of the planner. They're dotted and they're plain pages, so we don't get a nice chunk of note pages. So I like to incorporate this in the particular week that I'm using it in. I'll use the same exact fold technique here on the edge, on the same exact technique that we use with the habit tracker. And I'll use it for note-taking, journaling. Sometimes I have a huge to-do list. So this is really useful. And it also gives it a little, oomph to your Passion Planner page. Unlike the habit tracker where there was space above it, for the notes insert, we'll have to create our own. As you can see, the page isn't centered. It's actually closer to one side, so there's enough space to leave for the fold. Maybe they did this on purpose, but it definitely makes it easier for us. Once done with that step, go ahead and fold like so. If you're wondering whether or not to fold towards you or away from you, fold towards you. So let's take out our planners and find the week you'd like to use it for. I'm going to take the crease and put it right before the gray block with Thursday's time. Okay, so this is the hard part. When we get the tape involved, but depending on how thick your washi tape is in width, it might cut into your Wednesday slot, like mine. But if you care about that space, make sure you put the fold on top of Thursday's time slot. And you can always reference Friday's times with Thursdays. I hate it when my inserts fall out of my planner. So if you want it a little bit more secure, cut up small pieces of double-sided Scotch tape and place on the other side, and then put it in place. I feel like the washi tape is for aesthetic purposes, and the Scotch tape is really going to keep the insert in place. Next, we have the finance tracker, and let me tell you, I use this baby all the time. I honestly use it to keep track of my bank account because money is coming in and out of there all the time. And you might be wondering, why the heck do I do that when I could just go online, right, and check my finances that way? But honestly, there's just something about writing it down. I don't know, call me old school, but I kind of use it like a checkbook. I have to keep track of everything that's coming in and out. And honestly, it's really helped me. I'm not as far as fraudulent charges because I feel like banks are really good with that. But what about, you know, some of, like, you sign up for a service that requires a monthly fee, right? In 3 to 4 months, you're not using it anymore, right? You completely forget about it. I've caught things like that before with using this finance tracker. So yay, very useful. As far as how to insert this in your planner, it's actually the same exact way you would insert the habit tracker. Now, you're just gonna cut along the dotted lines here, and they've even left a little space up here so that you can use the same fold technique that I showed you with the habit tracker. Funny story, back in the day, I used to put these in my space of infinite possibility, and you know, now that I'm shooting YouTube videos and I'm sharing my planner with the world, I need to keep these things private. So I actually discovered that I could use the plain pages in the back of the planner, and I just cut along the dotted lines and just as one piece, and I just plop, put it right there in the back. Honestly, I like that so much better because that means I can use my space of infinite possibility for, you know, doodles, inspirational quotes, you know, something fun versus just seeing a whole bunch of numbers, right? So yes, very useful. I wish I would have thought of that sooner. This is another insert you'll most likely find in my weekly setup, and that is the water tracker. Now, Passion Planner has 2 versions. This one and the other one, it has smaller droplets, but I personally like using this one. I suck at drinking water. I need something like this to remind me every single day to drink water. And if you're like me, I definitely suggest using this because it's really, really helpful. This insert is probably the only insert where you can place wherever you'd like. Very much like the other inserts, there are dotted lines you can either follow, or if you don't like the white border, you can just cut around it. I usually place it in the space of infinite possibility or the to-do list at the bottom left. Remember, your planner is your planner. You are free to decorate and insert these downloads however you'd like. This video is really just an explanation of how I do it and what's efficient for me. If anything, I hope this video inspires you to, of course, plan and take advantage of Passion Planner's free downloads. You guys, these are free inserts and they're very, very useful tools. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a ton of videos planned out for the rest of the month and December, so don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. Wait, do you really need a reminder? I mean, if you're gonna subscribe, you're just gonna subscribe, right? Oh my God, I didn't get a thumbnail of the other one. Next, I love this. In your Passion Planner. I always forget what I'm about to say. I like, it just gives, I don't know, what the fuck am I trying to say? And how to insert them in your planner. How to insert those. Can you hear that? Okay. I got it. Okay, I got it.